What is happening in Palestine today is a product of what's happened in the past. This timeline places under the microscope the most important milestone during the past 2 centuries that contributed to the transformation of Palestine from an Arab land to a Jewish state.
In 1799, France launched the first initiative to invite Jews to come to Palestine. Britain, as a colonial power, planned this project later and was able to lay the foundations for its implementation on the ground during more than 20 years of the British mandate for Palestine until the late 1940s.
This period marked the main turning point in Palestinian history. During the year 1948, more than 80% of Palestinians abandoned the 80% of the historic land of Palestine. The Zionist movement seized and established a state in which it called Israel. Palestinians described 1948 as the year of the Nakba.
About 150,000 Palestinians who had not been displaced remained inside Israel in 1948, and Israeli citizenship was imposed on them. But Israel applied a military rule on them for 20 years. It subsequently applied this military rule to the Palestinians of the West Bank and Gaza Strip after the 1967 occupation.
Immediately after the Israeli occupation of all of historical Palestine, Israel began building colonial settlements for Jews in the West Bank and Gaza Strip, and allowed settlers to carry weapons in these settlements under the protection of the Israeli army. After 20 years of the Israeli occupation, the Palestinians in the occupied territories rose up, and the First Intifada broke out in 1987.
In 1993, the world also entered Palestinian history, and its events changed during the following 20 years. Secret negotiations were held in 1993 between the Palestine Liberation Organization and Israel to open a new chapter in modern Palestinian history, which led to expectation of peace in Palestine. But the course of events proved that Israel was not serious to reach a peaceful solution to the Palestinian issue.
To this day, the occupation is still trying to seize our Al-Aqsa Mosque through the neighborhoods close to it, and the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood is their goal. They seized the first house of a woman with her children, but when the issue spread on social media, it became more difficult to take over the remaining homes. So don't stop helping Palestine, even if it's with a word, picture, or drawing, because we are not able to reach.